He actually asked why the puppet. I loved your response.
It was only the truth, Drew. It was only the truth.
And you know what else is also the truth? It's time for that thing that happens every week, an informative part of our show where we discuss periodicals and updates within the community. You know what time it is.
Drew's News, exciting tales, fresh comic views. In the pages, heroes fly, villains plot under the sky. From Gotham's dark to Metropolis views, we cover stories old and new. Drew's News, your daily source for comic clues. Join the fun, it's a heroic cruise in the world of Drew's comic news.
I couldn't say it better myself. Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us yet again. It's March, which means it's time for some more news. So before St. Patrick's Day, let's talk about some cool stuff that's happening in a comic shop, maybe not so far away from you.
Woohoo.
But let me see who I got joining me. Oh, look. It's Splash Page's Jimmy Olsen, and it's our own Squirrel Girl.
I'm Jimmy Olsen.
Alcoholic.
You're Jimmy Olsen.
Yes, it's okay. It's okay, Jimmy. They can't hurt you anymore, Turtle Boy.
Oh, thank you. And as Drew was mentioning, like, people ask, what's up with the squirrel, Kari?
Okay, everyone, I would like you to meet Ratatoskr. Ratatoskr comes from Norse mythology, and he is a lush. He is my emotional support squirrel puppet. He started off being a mascot for when we would squirrel off on a show that I was on many, many years ago. He would try to keep us in order and scold us for squirreling, but now he prefers to encourage us all to squirrel out and do things and to judge you. He likes to come with me to conventions. He comes with me on vacation. My mom hates it. She goes crazy when I pull him out on the airplane, and she's just like, son of a bitch, you brought him again. But he really enjoys going on vacation, and he likes to interview people and intimidate people at panels. Ratatoskr, he's just a swell guy.
But he's a squirrel.
Well, he is. I get asked by my mother, like, you realize that he's a puppet, right? Like, I'm like, yeah, he doesn't talk. He just looks and stuff. She's like, but you still realize, like, he's not real. He doesn't need to come with us all the time. He's not going to get lonely at home. I mean, he will, but so he likes to sleep on top of Drew pillows and drink as much as he possibly can. He has a more extensive bar than I do, and if you'd ever like to send him some alcohol, just hey, let me know. I'll let you know, and you can send him and help stock up the Ratatoskr Emotional Support Lush Bar. Be great. He loves it.
So Kari.
Okay, so that's enough news from Kari's corner. Let's talk about some news.
Well,
respectfully, Kari.
I was just going to ask, like, Kari, since you have your squirrel puppet, like, should I break out my Alf puppet from like
no?
The 80s?
Absolutely.
I'm sorry, you cannot. There is no bagel.
Ratatoskr likes friends. Yes, on the Owlite Network there are many friends.
Okay, we're getting off topic.
We have mascot nights.
No. Focus.
We were never on topic, Drew.
News.
What do you got?
That's the power of news. Here we go with Marvel. Yeah. All right. So this is one of the latest announcements for Marvel. This summer, aka summer 2026, we have a fantastic collaboration. Jonathan Hickman and Adam Kubert are coming together to bring you Spider-Man Long Way Home, which will be a 5-issue limited series that's going to have Spider-Man, the Punisher, and the Hulk in a high-stakes collision course pursuing a missing cosmic cube. So if you're kind of wondering where this falls in the timeline of Marvel, and if that has anything to do with, of course, the highly awaited next MCU Spider-Man film, this is really more in spirit of Hickman's collaboration with the great Greg Capullo back in 2024, Wolverine's Revenge. So this is a familiar story, but kind of existing apart from the main Marvel universe, the 616. So basically, the synopsis reads, it's a world before the Punisher, a world where the existence of Hulk is but a rumor of a whisper, a world where AIM just developed the cosmic cube in the jungles of South America. Frank Castle, Bruce Banner, and Peter Parker are all on a mission to keep the cube out of the wrong hands, which includes each other's. So basically, in a three-way free-for-all for the power of the cosmos, who will come out on top? Oh boy. It's a no-brainer that this is, everyone's on board, is extremely excited about this. So apparently it's been promised that absolutely no one is going to see this one coming. And as you can see there, you've got that beautiful cover there by Adam Kubert. And I believe there's also a foil variant by Dave Johnson, which that just looks awesome. Look at that.
Yeah, is that also Kubert or is that?
No, that's Dave Johnson. Correction.
Dave Johnson.
That's Reverend Dave Johnson. You got to make sure you get the Reverend now. He's very big on that. Yeah, that just looks absolutely insane. And I am so fucking pumped. So we'll see. I mean, they've done great work together in the past. Nice to see them collaborating again. And then
Wow.
who knows? We'll see what comes up.
Who's doing the inside art again?
That's Adam Kubert.
Okay. Oh, so he did a cover and he's doing the inside art.
Yes, sir.
Nice. That is badass.
Yeah, look at that black and white right there. That's great.
That just, it must be nice to have that level of artistry run in the family. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that's a lot of effort and training involved as well.
Oh, yeah.
You know, but
yeah,
to be able
him
to
and
have
his
a
brother,
legacy like that.
yeah, him and
Yeah.
his brother Andy are just considered comic book illustration royalty at this point. Like, anytime you see either one of them, you just know it's going to be gorgeous. So that will be in stores, comic book fans, this June 17th. So check that out. And of course, as always, make sure you book it with your local OCS so you don't miss an issue. Speaking of the future, Bishop, the energy-absorbing powerhouse X-Man from one of Marvel's darkest futures, is coming back in Bishop, a 5-issue limited series by Saladin Ahmed, who we fortunately have had on the show, who's killing it with Wolverine right now, and newcomer Mario Santoro, who also has been slaying it currently on Storm. So the synopsis reads, Bishop has always lived by a strict code, but that code gets called in question when his sister, Shard, is sent to the present right before she died. Will Bishop adhere to his principles and protect the time stream, or will he risk it all to save the most important person in his life? So apparently, according to this, he's going to be fighting a new group of villains originating from his future, which is the Days of Future Past storyline. When they travel to the past kind of to end his time in the present. So now we have Shard, who is a fan favorite character who was in the 90s X Factor and in the previous Bishop series, who, as you see, her demise forever has haunted her brother, even in the future. So this is kind of similar to series like we've seen, like Rogue or Cyclops, where this is a thrilling standalone story, kind of just celebrating what's made this character a fan favorite by also putting them through the ringer in what is promised to be the most challenging and legacy-defining mission yet. Saladin Ahmed has to say that he's a writer who loves both family drama and spectacle, so getting to juxtapose the comic book elements of temporal warping and powers with the quiet pain and joy of sibling relationship is essentially a happy place. Mario Santoro said that he enjoyed working on Bishop when he was doing Storm, and he never imagined he'd get the chance to do this again, and just has nothing but nice things to say for the team, especially that some of the designs are going to be absolutely insane. So right there, you've got, that's a cover by David Papatore. There's also a variant there by, that's Scotty Young. And there's also another variant by, that's Fabrizio De Tomaso. So, all great, all good stuff. That will be in stores, X-Men / Bishop fans, June 10th.
Nice.
I love that Scotty Young cover. It is so cute. I mean, like everything he does is super cute.
Yeah, I really don't think he can ever do one. Like, look at that. It's so angsty but cute.
Yes.
Has he done DC covers?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like he's done DC related stuff. I've seen him draw stuff, but I think he's a Marvel guy.
Yeah.
But he did covers that when Deadpool Batman, remember?
Oh,
Yeah, so
yeah, but
he
that's
did
yeah.
he did those.
Okay.
All right.
And some absolute stuff too.
Well,
Ooh.
Kari, I'm sure the next story we're going to cover is something I know you're pumped about.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. So, recently, a press release from Tiny Onion, founded by Kari's, I would say, number 2 favorite writer of all time, maybe, right, Kari?
There's kind of a top 5 that you can't give one more than the other. You know what I mean?
Right, but he's definitely in your top 5.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, James Tynion, his company has revealed that Exquisite Corpses, which I believe is in the process of wrapping up, will have 3 series, kind of going deeper into the history of 3 of the killers prominently featured in it. We have Rascal Randy, the Fox Mask Killer, and the Lone Gunman. So Tyler Boss from You'll Do Bad Things will be writing the Rascal Randy series. Che Grayson, who is about to be killing it with Scott Snyder on Absolute Catwoman, is going to take on the Fox Mask Killer. And lastly, Pornsak Pichetshote, from The Good Asian and the Dead Boy Detectives, will have the Lone Gunman in his sights. So the first one will be Rascal Randy. That's the first one. We don't really have a release date for it, but we know it's going to have artwork by Dylan Burnett from Arcade Kings, Jordi Belair on colors, and Becca Carey on letters. So we don't really have much else for Grayson and Pichotte's books, but I'm sure that we'll be covering that. Tiny Onion has also announced an Exquisite Corpses Book of the Dead one-shot anthology, which will have short stories about other killers that we saw from Exquisite Corpses Season 1. And in addition to these miniseries, Tiny Onions also said that there will be an upcoming Exquisite Corpses trading card game, including the reveal of print-your-own cards, so you can get a leg up on building your own deck. And literally, Leo, as we told this story, I could literally hear Kari's money growing wings and floating away.
Yes. But if they let you print your own cards, that's going to be awesome for those of us that can't afford to go out. Like, I lost my entire Magic the Gathering collection, and it was heartbreaking. But being able to have your own and play your own, that's awesome that they're letting
See,
you
the
do
thing
that.
that I'm terrified of, Kari, if you're allowed to print your own cards, does that mean that me, Leo, Jeremy, and maybe MJ will all get our own cards in Exquisite Corpses?
Well, I'm assuming we'll be able to make them into little pictures, and we can probably work out a way to do online gaming with them like they do with a lot of the World of Warcraft. I can't remember what it's called, Hearthstone or something like that, where
See,
you can play online. So we could play
yeah,
Exquisite Corpses online, I bet.
we're going to be
It would
doomed.
be tons of fun. It'll be great.
Leo's going to be the one to
We,
make it. I know it.
Well, yeah, because well, it just fits because I'm a ginger and gingers have no souls.
Yep.
I'm sure you can fit it in there.
I have faith in you, bud.
Yeah.
All right. So speaking of continuing on the spooky trail, this story that'll be launching in April, this is one something. In
He's
Your
so
Skin, which is another project from Tiny Onion, will be launching in April. And it's been basically described, I think it's like the substance meets fandom in also, I think, in Bollywood. So this was essentially also going to be the launch in the comic career of acclaimed letterer Aditya Bidikar. So they will be joined by up-and-coming artist Som for this body horror comic series, writing and lettering the series. The latter will also include a brand new font designed purely for the comic. Kari, hey. So
Yay!
This is actually Bidikar's solo writing debut. It came about as a result of Tiny Onion's Artist in Residence program, which also included Jordi Belair and Tyler Boss. The series, as in Your Own Skin, will be colored by Francesco Segala with assists by Gloria Martinelli and designed by Dylan Todd and Courtney Menard. So essentially, it's been described, the series, as an unnerving and erotic twisted tale that will appeal to fans of The Substance, Perfect Blue, and David Cronenberg. It's about a woman whose name is Priyanka, who is a Bollywood superfan whose idol, Ayesha San, announces her retirement, leaving Priyanka thinking that perhaps it's time for her to take over in a way few would suspect. So, it sounds like Bidikar has a kind of love-hate relationship with Bollywood while being fascinated by it as a kid. They never really kind of got the appeal. So they watched people obsess over the films, worship movie stars, just essentially contorted life to romance. But essentially, In Your Own Skin is their attempt to engage with the strange beast of Bollywood, the culture of celebrity, identity of consumption and performance. Apparently it's called A Messed Up Place, but the only place worse than being a part of it is to being left out. So it's going to be very, very interesting. I mean, these covers alone and this artwork is just amazing. So this will be launching from Image Comics and coming up again through Tiny Onion, but launched through Image on April 22nd. And I got to say, this sounds really interesting. Kari, I have a feeling you'll be reading this one too.
Oh yeah, this just looks so sexy and just gorgeous. The colors and everything. I don't know sadly enough about Bollywood. Like it's something that's always fascinated me and I should like go and look more into it, but you know how I watch movies. It's very
I know
rare,
how you watch movies.
that
I do feel Leo will be sitting this one out, respectfully, bud.
Yeah, but well, I don't do horror, but like,
We'll tell you how it is.
okay, but the whole
We'll
Bollywood
be
thing,
like, hey, buddy, this is like the Dead Zone. Like number 1 will be Dead Zone, and number 5 will be Videodrome.
okay,
Like just don't. Like, So then,
I get the fascination with Bollywood though, because they have like the best action scenes, and it's like so
the
cinematic.
performances and drama.
Yeah,
it does. I don't think American acting can even hit.
No,
that like it's almost like parody meets reality in a just very odd dance. Like you're like, I don't want to, but I can't look away.
Yep,
and the
music is so catchy,
celebrity.
too.
Right.
The celebrity quality of like you're a god.
Yeah, you are worshipped.
We think that American actors and stuff are like, oh my god,
Bollywood is on
Tom
another level.
Cruise, and it's just like, no,
No, they're on another level. So speaking of celebrity, that kind of takes into this other one, which is a story I regrettably apparently missed, but I definitely had to get in before it gets released this month. So let's go to an island. Tigress Island. So Image is releasing this month a 5-issue limited series from writer Patrick Kinland, who did Gehenna and Stringer, and artist EPHK, who did Harpy. This series promises an absolutely raw, pulp-fueled ride that has all the attitude, excess, and chaos that you would absolutely expect. So basically, the premise is we are set on a lawless island following a group of washed-up starlets who are kidnapped and dumped into a brutal jungle prison run by a ruthless, velvet-gloved warden. Trapped in a nightmare ruled by cruelty and manipulation, their only chance of survival is to unite, break free, and stay one step ahead of betrayal waiting in the shadows. So we're leaning hard into danger, double cross, revenge, just pulp mayhem with a modern bite. So it has been said by the writer that this is one for every reader who isn't getting enough flavor in their weekly comic haul. This is unapologetic fun, high craft, lowbrow, awesome. So we're talking, according to the artist EPHK, we are capturing the soul of 80s and 90s sexploitation. Straight to video movie classics and just went so much deeper. So this will be coming out this month from Image Comics. And again, just looking at all these, this looks fucking great.
Oh yeah.
Like Kari, I feel like in these moments, I'm just adding to your pull list.
I mean, we don't discuss my pull list.
No, we don't. But I just feel like if you had a channel, it would be called Kari and the Weird Ones.
Oh yeah.
It's like the Wild Things, but it's hey guys, here's this book that you didn't know that you should be checking out.
Yes.
Now, Drew, I know you're too young to know, but the straight to video movies of the 80s, that was like a whole.
Buddy, how
yeah.
But I seem to recall, how young do you actually think I am that I don't remember this stuff?
You're the baby of the group.
You are.
I know the baby of the group, but I'm an old soul, and I definitely remember straight to DVD. Like sometimes they were actually better than the big movies.
Straight to video VHS.
Yeah, I know.
You're like straight to DVD. No, we had to stick those little. You had to put the head cleaner in to clean out the system and rewind it because you were kind and.
Yeah, the era when wrestling companies were making straight to video movies, is.
Leo, I'm old enough to remember when you could go to Pizza Hut and get an X-Men VHS with a pie. Okay, so lock it down, buddy. Lock it down.
Did you read your books over the summer so you get your free personal pan pizza?
Yes. Okay. Now, but there is one more story, which some part of me is like, oh, thank God it's coming out this month, because Leo, I'm tired of covering it. Like every week there's another story, but it's actually gonna be really exciting because it's probably one of the biggest crossovers we've seen since last year.
Oh yeah, and now I need to figure out like which covers I'm gonna get.
Right.
Oh Jesus.
So as we've seen before, we just want to show these in case you missed them. So that's Gary Frank's variant. That's Humberto Ramos. That's Frank Miller, of course.
Yes.
That's EM Gist. That's Scotty Young, proving point, Leo, that he does do some DC, but usually Marvel's involved.
Yeah.
You have some great, like what do they call, like adjoining, like I'm not even sure what to call these. Like those are the kind of decals I would expect to see on someone's bumper.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. I don't understand.
Amalgam.
Yeah. So
Yes.
So that's the amalgam. So you got that, and then you got the same thing for the 90s, because that's right. That's like 80s, 90s, because that's actually, or maybe that's more villain, because isn't the S reverse? So is that Bizarro and Venom?
Yeah, that's Bizarro and Venom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Took me a second. I was like, wait a second.
Yeah.
And then here's some new covers that were just announced. So that right there is Giuseppe Camicoli's cover, which is a tribute to the wraparound cover that we saw for Civil War issue 1.
Yep.
Also, one could argue that was also similar to what they did for Old Man Logan, but same deal. You got there, that's David Marquez's cover, which is a Power Man and Iron Fist homage. So that's pretty cool. And then you got this one, which I know, Leo, you enjoyed. That's one second, I have the name right here. That is that's Sanford Green's homage to the Infinity Gauntlet cover, which looks pretty freaking boss, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, yep.
And then the next one, this is a personal favorite. I love this, but that's Adam Hughes with Black Cat and Power Girl. So you can't go any wrong there. And then last but not least, Silk and Supergirl by Ivan Talavera. I completely agree with you, Leo. I don't know how you would choose which one to get. There are so many great covers.
Yeah, it's. Yeah,
I
I might
mean,
get that one.
I gotta be honest with you. I'm kind of really digging the Gary Frank one.
Yeah, I was gonna say that as well. Gary Frank.
Like, look at that, it's gorgeous.
yeah, that one's beautiful. I like the Frank Miller one, and it's a
I
lot.
also need to say
It's
I
really in
love
his newer style, I think, is what are we going with that now? It's kind of a change in how he's been
yeah,
drawing things, but
it's a
I think this really
it,
embraces that, and it looks really good.
yeah. Well, the thing that I also like is that you had the Humberto Ramos one. And the thing that's funny is that you would be like, "Oh my God, why is like Gwen Stacy hanging out with MJ?" And I was like, "No, that's Lana Lang." So it's just really funny. Two former girlfriends of the heroes are having lunch, and I'm like, "Oh
Yeah.
boy, uh-oh." Um,
They're in the background.
yeah, but it's
Oh.
just again great stuff. So again, it's gonna be really hard to choose which cover to get. There's so many great ones. But that's pretty much it. So again, um, all of those and more. Just remember, Spider-Man, Superman is going on sale April 22nd. Okay, and that's not to confuse with Superman, Spider-Man, which I believe is coming out this month. So,
Okay.
and I'm already excited because my local LCS is planning on doing an event for it, and it'll be pretty cool.
Yeah. Is that oh yeah?
Oh yeah! Shout out to my guys at Oh Yeah. Love you guys.
Go!
But all right, but that's pretty much it. So everybody, thank you so much for joining us. We hope that you enjoyed our show this week. We had on the great Jeremy Adams was joining us. Please make sure to hit the like and subscribe button if you missed it, because you don't want to miss some of the other great things we have coming on. Tuesday, we have, and I'm so pumped, and you will hear me say this on more than one thing, we have the amazing, the legendary Brian Michael Bendis coming on. So do not miss that, because we won't.
Hey,